G'day dudes and dudettes of Year 7. Here we go for our next video tutorial, and this one we are looking at, I believe it's exercise 11E, which is area of a triangle. And again, this should be a nice, I know how you love short video tutorials. Well, I reckon this will be a short video tutorial because this stuff is pretty easy. Okay, put simply, a triangle can be considered to be half a rectangle. Alright, so half a rectangle. So if we're going to find the area of a rectangle, what are we doing? Okay, we are, if we do that as width and that as length, we are doing length times width. If we got half a rectangle, then we divide that by 2. Alright, so that's basically what we're doing here, but we don't call the parts of a triangle length and width. That's the only thing. Alright, so, excuse me. Alright, so put simply, a triangle can be considered half a rectangle, which is why the formula for the area of a triangle looks very much like the formula for a rectangle, but the added factor of 1/2. Alright, one of the sides of the triangle is called the base, as you can see here. So we've got a base of the triangle going across that way, and we've also got the height, which is the distance between the base and the opposite vertex, and the vertex is where two arms meet. So if you see here, here's the vertex, okay? So the height is this line, as you see it there, which is a perpendicular, 90 degrees, to the base and goes up to the vertex, all right? And that is the height, all right? Don't worry about that last bit, not going to worry about that. So when we are finding the area of a triangle, we're basically length times width, same as a rectangle, but we're dividing it by 2. But instead of length times width, I think it might be in here, we look at the base and the height. So if we look at this one, so one side of the triangle is called the base, we've gone through that. The perpendicular distance from the base to the opposite vertex is called the height. Okay, I'll get to this in a minute. So if we're looking at these three triangles, let's just look at the height for a minute. Alright, so if we've got a triangle here, which is obviously a right angled triangle, okay, the base and height are really simple to get because the base is there and that is the height of the triangle, okay, from there to there. Now if we've got a triangle like this is very similar to the little example we've got back here. Okay, you've got your base going along here. Alright, there's our base. And our height, again going from the vertex, okay, to meet up with the base at 90 degrees. So there's the height of our triangle. This one's a little bit different, okay. Let's say this is the base, but how do we find the height? If the base is over here, it's bit challenging to try and find the height, but it's not actually that challenging because here's our vertex. So if we extend, we just imaginary line, extend it out, extend that base out, okay, and then we can draw our perpendicular 90-degree line out there, and that is still our height. So the height doesn't actually have to be like part of that, physically part of that triangle. Okay, so out here all we do, like I said, we extend the base, that base length. That's not to mean that we actually extend the base length. The base is actually just from there to there. So if that measurement was 4 centimeters, it stays 4 centimeters. But to calculate the height, we just need to draw an imaginary line out from the base to a point below where the vertex is, so we can work out what the height of our triangle is. Alright, so our formula, and this is the important thing you need to put in your books and in your help sheets, is half times base times height. Okay, so half times base times height. Alright, so actually written it's just half BH. Another way to write it is base times height and divide by 2, because if you multiply something by a half, it's exactly the same as dividing it by 2. Okay, no different at all. So either way, doesn't matter. You can multiply your base by half and then get that answer and multiply your height by that answer. That's fine. Or you can multiply your base and height together and divide that by 2 and you still get your answer. Okay, so either formula, and actually I might just fix that up, either formula will be fine. So area of a triangle equals that. So that is either your formula or this can be your formula. Okay, I'm not too fussed which one you use. You Yeah, both of them work. That might be a little bit simpler, this one, but that one can work as well. All right, let's go through these examples. So find the area of each given triangle. So here's our first one. Example A, we've got our base here of 10. We have got a height of 9. So this is the way I show my working out. So area equals, and I'm going to use this formula, base times height, divide by 2. So I substitute my values in now. My base is 10. And this is algebra. Remember, if we get two letters together or numbers and letters together and there's nothing in between them, there is a multiplication sign there. So it's actually 10 times 9. And then I'm going to divide that by 2. So 10 times 9 is 90. Divide that by 2. 90 divided by 2 is 45. Can't forget my units. And because we're looking at area, squared. So my answer there is 45 centimetres squared. Now if I had have used my other one here, my other formula, half times base by height, I'd have half times 10 times 9. If I do half times 10, so half of 10 is 5 times 9. Draw that line, 5 times 9, 45. So same answer. Okay, so either one works, doesn't matter which one you use. So I just want to get rid of that stuff. All right, second problem. Here's our triangle. I'm going to say that's our base length there at 6. All right, so to work out our height of the triangle, we've extended that base out. Okay, and we've got 9 here as being our height. So I'm going to call that my base, and that part is my height. All right, so again, use the same formula. Area equals base times height over 2. Which equals, substitute in, my base is 6 multiplied by height, which is 9 over 2. 6 times 9, or 9 times 6, which is 54, divide by 2. 54 divided by 2 should be 20, oops, don't want all that up, 27 units, metres, squared. Okay, that easy. It's really, really simple. So that's the formula you need. Make sure that is written in your books. Make sure it is written on your help sheet. Hopefully you're getting your help sheet organised already so you're nice and prepared. And yeah, it's that easy. All right, don't need to really go through any more. So when you're looking at these triangular problems, all you're trying to identify is, okay, where's my base, where's my height, use that formula and yeah, substitute the values in and away you go. Really, really easy. Don't forget units. Don't forget it's squared for area. All right, nice short one again. And any problems, make sure you come and see me. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense. And I shall see you on the flip side. Bye-bye.